Here we go. Welcome, everyone. I've already welcomed our wonderful audience here, but if you're joining us by live stream, hello and welcome to you. We're glad you're here. And we're going to start our service with music, so if you're able, why don't we stand and we'll sing our way into the day.
In the name of love, with a heart of grace, overflow in us, decorate this place. As it is below, so it is above. May we always stand in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love. In the name of love. May we always be seeking out the best till we are free. Living in a world we've been dreaming of, where we stand as one in the name of love. When the day is done, we will one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, when the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love. In the name of love, let's sing it now. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. Sing it out. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. Well, good morning, all you friendly faces. Take a minute to greet some of those neighbors out there. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 All right. Well, it is time to invite our kids up who might be here to enjoy the outdoor classroom that we have, this beautiful landscape. Teachers will be taking them outside to have their outdoor program. Let's sing them out to their classroom. Sing Hooray for the World. I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Kalish Leviel, your practitioner of the day, along with Cindy Clay and Wanda Maddox. And if you see somebody wearing a stole, that means we're here to pray for you. So I am available. And so are Wanda and Cindy and anybody else who's wearing their stole. And if you want a prayer, you can also submit a request back in the little prayer vessel on the back. And for the live stream audience and all of you, it's also available online. Just go on our website and request a prayer. And if you want one tomorrow morning, show up at 7 in the morning. We'll be there. And let's see, what was next on my list in my mind? So what I want to do is ask you to silence your cell phones. And I even want the live stream people to silence your cell phones. Because I want you to breathe. It's time to breathe. Knowing that it's all one. It's all divine. We're here on this beautiful blue and green planet, shouting hooray for the world, spreading kindness and love with everything that we think and everything that we feel and everything that we do. We are so grateful for everything going on this morning. And we're ready. So grateful, and so it is.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. I am standing on the edge, leaning out with every breath. I am longing for something more. The path isn't clear, but I see a door. Awe and wonder to be found. I'm setting out for sacred ground. There's a stirring, a fire in me, oh blessed light, oh mystery. Sing through my voice, play through my hands. Let the way be open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands. Let the way be open. I am standing on the edge, leaning out with every breath. I am longing for something more. The path isn't clear, but I see a door. Awe and wonder to be found. I'm setting out for sacred ground. There's a stirring, a fire in me, oh blessed light, oh mystery. Sing through my voice, play through my hands.
Thank you so much. Thank you all. Welcome again. Glad you're here. Grateful to see you. Gosh, you didn't want to go to see either, did you? Well, this is the last of a series in the month. If you're joining us for the first time, we have a yearly theme, which is Living Beautifully. And then each month we're doing some theme that relates to that. And this month was Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. So we've talked a lot about habit energy and how it traps us and all that. And I thought, well, this last one, let's talk about what happens when we stop allowing our habits to drive us around. And so it's called the wild edge. And so there's a quote that goes with it, and strangely, I didn't attribute it, and I couldn't find it. I know I didn't say it. That's all I know. But it goes like this. Come new to this day. Remove the rigid overcoat of experience, the notion of knowing, the beliefs that cloud your vision. Leave the stories of your life. Arrive. And so for me, I actually get God bumps when I say that quote, because it's the powerful way of living a spiritual life is to actually stand on the wild edge of your own becoming, of our own becoming, and allow that to carry us into newness and into a new opportunity. And you would think that, that would be just so easy. But it's really not that easy for sacred humans. We like comfort. We like safety. And this comes from, our ancestral lineage of surviving all sorts of attacks by all sorts of wild creatures, both human and other. And so, there's part of our nature that still we carry that has a priority to keep us safe. And in that safety to feel a measure of comfort. And so that's great. That's fine. We need to have comfort. On the other hand, we also need to stand on the wild edge of our own becoming and actually move and express ourselves in new ways. Because actually in our tradition and in so many spiritual traditions, that was the whole point of incarnating. Really, was to actually bring the genius of who we are as a being into expression in this life, and then continue to open to how that will look and be and feel. So we have these two different things going on within us, and oftentimes comfort and safety win. But then again, I bet you there's not a single one of you here today listening on our live stream as well who hasn't from time to time just kind of, I'm taking this step. I know it's not safe. I know it's weird. I know it's going to take me out of agreement with some of the people in my life, but I'm doing it anyway. How many of you? Everybody, almost everybody. And I want to remind you of one of those times. I want you to think of one of those times and remember not only the terror, because that's what keeps us from doing it again, but remembering what happened when we took that leap, when we stepped out of the box that we'd been in and said, no, I'm called to doing something more, different, better, to express myself in new ways, to be who I really am, not who everybody thinks I should be. And so there's steps to that. And as I was preparing the talk, I grew up on The Hobbit. How many of you grew up on The Hobbit? Yeah? And if you haven't read The Hobbit, really, really, this is a great weekend to read The Hobbit. But this is how The Hobbit starts. It starts with Bilbo Baggins. And Bilbo Baggins is a citizen of the Shire. And the Shire is a gentle place, a kind place, a peaceful place. And one day, he is visited by Gandalf, the wizard. And he's not expecting a visit from a wizard. And so the wizard knocks on his door, and Bilbo, expecting it to be a neighbor or something, opens the door and then tries to shut it. This is his first encounter with the new, the edge, the wildness, and he's like, I'm shutting the door on this one. So I completely relate to that. But of course, the wizard won't have it and opens the door, and they have an exchange. And at one point, Gandalf says, I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure that I am arranging. And it's proving difficult to find anyone. And Bilbo says, basically, duh, but this is what he says. Well, I should think so. In these parts, we are plain, quiet folk and have no use for adventures. Nasty, disturbing things make you late for dinner. So Bilbo lives in us, right? And wants to shut the door, but Gandalf also lives in us. And from time to time, we need to practice the wizardly way of living our lives. And so there's a couple stages that now we're moving away from Hobbit, and now we're taking in what you've experienced, but I'm going to remind you about. In every life, continually, it doesn't stop, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you hang out with little children, they're great examples of this, but in every life, new ideas that are like seeds are raining down through our awareness. New ideas about what we could do or what we could see or how we could be, or, and these seed ideas are part of being connected to a larger field of expression and experience that all sacred humans share, and that we share with an infinite intelligence, a vast, mysterious presence that is constantly seeking to bring its nature through all of its creation. And so this vast presence, this vast knowingness that contains all possible and probable realities, has all these ideas that are just in this morphogenetic field of sacred humans and longing to be expressed. And so each one of us gets a sprinkle of those, like fairy dust all the time. But sort of like the cottonwood that's blowing around, a lot of it just blows off us, and a lot of us we feel allergic to. It's like, I don't want to do that one. Too hard, too much, too. But there's some that want to land, and they want to sprout. And like the vigorous, incredible planet that we live on, where seeds will germinate themselves wherever they can find a landing, you have some of the seeds of inspiration and guidance and intuition and desire that have been sprinkled upon you that are seeking to germinate. The thing is, for most of us, once we get to a certain age, we have the ability to say, I'm not watering. I'm not doing that. You can't make me shut the door on the wizard. But what if some of those ideas were our next right step in expressing ourselves, in bringing ourselves into the creative process of being sacred humans? What if those ideas actually gave us the ability to see and be in the world in an even more incredible way? What if we went on the journey with the wizard? One thing's for sure, we would be changed. And my premise is that these seeds don't come from some sort of evil source wishing to take us down, but rather come from this infinitely creative, powerful, doesn't have any limit kind of beingness that is in us. And so when we respond to these ideas, it doesn't mean that all of them work out exactly the way we thought they would. In fact, so far, I'm batting zero on that. Doesn't ever happen the way I thought it would. At one point I was praying for deeper love, and I was married to someone else, and that person left. And I was like, but that's not what I wanted. I thought I was praying for deeper love with this person. And then Joe shows up. Yay! So, not necessarily will it happen. I remember, in another pulpit, we were growing and we weren't fitting in the hotel room that we were meeting in. So we're looking for places, and I would find this great place, and I'd go, all right, this is it. And then it wouldn't happen. All right, this is it. And then it wouldn't happen. And finally, I realized that all the places I was picking were the same size as the hotel room. That wasn't going to work. It wasn't working. And so often, we do that. We all do that. We pick a similar experience that looks new, but actually is kind of in the same general parameter, right? And so one of the things I wanted to bring to you is we have to develop a way of being. And, I have a great friend who's a fisherman. And so I was talking to this friend, and so I don't know if this will work for you. I'm not a fisherman. But he said, yeah, what you're talking about is exactly what I do when I go out to fish. And I'm like, really? You have a spiritual experience? He said, why do you think I do it? He said, okay, so I wrote it down. He said, okay, so as far as catching fish, I walk to the water, I bait the hook, I cast the line, and I patiently wait. I can't control the fish. I only can present my line. And so I went, okay. So we walk to the water of inspiration, to where this is flowing through us. We bait the hook. What does that mean to you? What it means to me is like, okay, I say basically, I'm ready. I'm willing. I'm willing to do something new. I'm willing to catch an idea and move with it, whatever it is. And then I cast my line. So as soon as I say I'm willing, the line's out there in the infinite spiritual world that exists. And then I patiently wait. I just wait. And, the little fish of inspiration start kind of swirling around the line. Not all of them are going to catch the hook of my intention, but some will. And I haul them in. And then I work with them. And so for me, this sort of metaphor of being a fisher person, of really fishing, letting the line go out into this infinite field of possibility, and really opening to what is my next right step? What can I express that will bring me more joy, more love, more integrity, more success, whatever it is that we're wanting to experience or express, it's all out there. It's not like it's far away. It's like all around. And so then once we've done that, that's sort of the seed of our intention starts calling. And then what happens is experimentation. This is the hard part for a lot of us. But I'll tell you a story about that I had yesterday. My daughter Katie is in relationship with someone whose mother and stepfather are part of the Historical Iris Society. And once a year, because they're members of the Historical Iris Society, they open their property for people to go out and look at these irises. And so we went yesterday. And frankly, I know nothing about irises, and especially historical ones. So I was standing with them, and they were telling me the story of how these irises became historical. And there was a man who this couple knew, and this is just like so unbelievable. So this guy would take a Q-tip and coat it with a little something, glucose or something, and he would wait for the iris to start to come up, and then he would dab the Q-tip and get the pollen, and then he would carry it over to another iris, and then implant those pollen seeds in this other iris, and then wait for 2 years, and there would be a new iris. And he did this, I think they said 72 times, to create these new varieties of irises. And so I'm walking the beds going, oh my God, this is mind-numbing. I would never do this, but how beautiful are they, and how incredible, right? And so when we begin to move in the direction that we're called to, there's a part of it that's sort of mind-numbing. You may have noticed. It's the part where you're not exactly sure what you're creating. Has anyone had that experience? You're not exactly sure where you're going exactly. You just know that that way is no longer open and this way is calling. And so you're in this in between. And you don't need a Q-tip. This is the good news. You don't have to wait 2 years. But the truth of the matter is that in this experimentation stage, there's a couple of spiritual ideas that go along with that so that you don't give up on the idea. You don't sort of stop watering the seed of inspiration that's trying to germinate. So one of the ideas is that sometimes this seed that we are following and nurturing is actually the gateway that propels us in a completely different new direction. So it's important to remember that the reason we're involved with this is, remember, we wanted to be more happy, more joyful, more whatever. We wanted that. And so this seed is like the avenue for that. And then the heart of this stage where things are developing is mystery. And the reason this can be mind-numbing for us is the other part of our nature, the Bilbo part, is like, we could quit now. We could go back to the Shire. We could close the door on the wizard. We could be safe. We could have dinner right on time every night. We could do it right now. And Bilbo shows up in the experimental stage where we're bringing things into being because what's happening is a mystery. We don't know how it's going to turn out. And so, the part of us that likes safety and comfort is like, mystery. I don't know. I'm not sure about mystery. But there's an opportunity to take full advantage of the energy that's being unleashed in this idea. And Bilbo has to be brought along and encouraged to come on this adventure, no matter how it ends, no matter what unfolds. But the Bilbo part of our nature actually needs this. It just didn't know it. And so encouraging ourselves to continue along is really a powerful thing we can do. And a lot of times, the other thing that happens, maybe this has happened to you, is I'll tell you a story from when I met Joe. So I met Joe 5 months after my 28-and-a-half-year marriage ended. And I was like, whoa, I was a therapist at the time, and I'm like, oh, this is so rebound. So rebound. And so the analytical part of my mind was like, this, we can't trust this. And the other part of me was like, yippee, fun, let's go, we're dating, how cool, this is so great that he actually likes me. Wow, I actually like him. So there were these wizard Bilbo parts going on. And what happens sometimes is we allow the analytical part of our nature to actually get in the way of the wizardly part. The part that is like, oh my God, this is incredible. Feel the energy of this. Wow. And so what I had to do, also being a minister at the time, was say, okay, maybe it is rebound, but boy, this is great. Let's just go with this, and see where it goes. So in other words, let go of the analysis that leads to paralysis and start just allowing things to be and unfold and enjoy and witness and be part of and trust that something is unfolding. May not go the way that that I think, but wow, the energy of it is so powerful. Oh, so sad. And it can be sad when we're in this stage too. But then there's this other part that, okay, so we've done the seeding and we've set out the line for spirit and we've hooked an idea and now we're experimenting and allowing the mystery to unfold and we're not allowing analytical paralysis to happen and we're sort of just going into the mystery. And then what begins to happen is we realize that, oh, this is actually really shaping into something that is a powerful new reality. And so at that point, we actually begin to craft. Now, how many of you are artists of one sort or another? Raise your hand. Yeah. There are many ways we do art. And so if you're an artist, you know that the crafting phase is powerful because it sort of shapes what's happening and brings it into a kind of finished reality. And the thing about that stage, because some of you are probably in this stage of creating this new reality and you're past experimenting with the mystery and now it's obviously coming into being, is we can actually create failure by insisting on the process to be like, I don't even know how to talk about this, but insisting that we have it done by a certain deadline, you know. And there's a famous story, maybe you've heard it, I've certainly told it here, about Leonardo da Vinci. So Leonardo, at the time of this story, was a hot item. You know, he'd already become famous in the world that he was living in. And the church, in a particular, the cathedral in this particular town, wanted him to do a mural, a fresco on the wall of the Last Supper. And so, you know, he's like, Last Supper, done the Mona Lisa. I said, okay, I can do that for you. And the bishop was the one that talked to him. But of course, the day-to-day was run by the bishop's underlings, so to speak. So Leonardo is creating this fresco, and what he would do is he would, like, you know, picture that wall over there. He would, like, do work for about 4 days, and then he would disappear for a couple days. And this drove the underlings nuts. It's like, hey, we're paying you for an 8-hour day and you need to be doing it every single day. And what are you doing disappearing on us? And you need to get this done. And we have a timeline. And Leonardo was like, yeah, talk to the hand. And so he'd come back and do a little bit more. But this went on. And it became kind of like subtle warfare between Leonardo and this abbot that was particularly nitpicky about him showing up on time and doing it. And so finally, Leonardo went back to the bishop and said, look, you get this guy off my back or I quit. You can have someone else finish it. And so, the bishop said to the abbot, okay, leave him alone. And the bishop said, but what's the holdup? What's going on? And Leonardo said, the creative process, bringing something into being, requires attention, but it also requires imagination. And I can't just force imagination. I have to give it time. And he said, I'm really stuck on the face of Jesus. How do you create an image of our Lord? They were all Catholic back then. And so the bishop was like, oh, I get that, okay. And so, Leonardo went back. The abbot was pulled off the job of tending him. And Jesus' face never did get finished because Leonardo couldn't think of a single thing that would capture the incredible beingness of Jesus. However, the other one that he hadn't finished was Judas. And so the abbot's face became Judas. Which to this day is a great joke. So that story is about this place in allowing a new reality to show up, where you've caught the seed idea, you're allowing it to germinate, you're experimenting with it, you're going with the mystery, you've got Bilbo kind of quiet, and then the time comes when you realize it really has shaped itself into something, and you can't really make it happen in just a linear fashion. It has to kind of be given space as well as attention. So there's this need to be both, to do both, to be pragmatic and with it, and then to also give space. And that's where a lot of things fail. As a therapist, this is where a lot of new relationships failed, is this desire to kind of push it through into something, into a mold, when actually what it needed was space. The same thing with conflict, is sometimes what needs to happen is space. In the tradition that I study in with the Buddhist philosophy, space is like critical to bringing forward loving kindness and compassion. You just can't do it on a dime, turns out. Have you noticed that? Compassion just doesn't necessarily generate quickly. There needs to be some space. So the last thing that happens is the final product, the final creation, the final new reality, the following of it all the way until it's become yours in some fashion, and you're new in some way. And in that newness, one thing's for sure: nobody else's opinion matters. Nobody. This is your new reality, your new creation. And you've brought it forward. And so whatever anybody feels about it doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel about it. And this is the hardest of the spiritual lessons sometimes, is to realize that not everybody's going to like us as we evolve and grow. There are going to be people that are like, but you used to be. And there's no answer to that. Well, yeah, I did used to be that. And if you had known me then, you maybe didn't realize that actually there's this other part that needed to express itself. And now I finally have. So if you're in that place right now of any of these stages, whether you're looking for a new fairy dusting of new seeds of inspiration, whether you're in the experimental stage of like letting it unfold in mystery and sort of taking care of Bilbo so the wizard can take you along, or you're in the crafting phase of actually creating now that it's obviously coming into form, or you're harvesting, I'm going to do a prayer and it'll hit all those. So just accept it if you will, and if you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm doing this for me because I'm creating here. So know with me, within every single sacred human lies a vast field of potential, possibility, the presence of the divine that always and ever knows no limit for us and has no limit. And so as I remember that about myself, I realize that anything and everything that I would want to bring into form or feeling or expression already exists in this field of potential realities, and that I'm simply accepting, like putting the line out into the universal flow, that this particular fish is now hooked and part of what I am now choosing to express. So I accept that first I need patience and the willingness to walk in mystery. And so I know that whatever I need to do that, whether it's patience or trust or courage, already are factory equipment in me. And as I move forward in that mystery, I begin to realize it's a total adventure. And I allow the energy to pull me forward into expressing and experiencing this newness in whatever way it wants. And as I cooperate and move with the energy, amazing things are now happening. A new reality is shaping, forming. And I'm so grateful that I am willing and courageous enough to step into that and open to it and allow it. And as I allow it, it completes itself in new and powerful ways in my life that allow me to actually be new, see the world new, have a new perspective, and have a truly magnificent experience. And so I'm grateful for the whole process. I'm grateful for all of it, from beginning to end. And I know it's unfolding just as it should in me, and I know this for you too. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that was fun. I love talking about stuff like this, you know. So thanks for listening. Right now, we're going to invite the ushers to come forward. And if you would like to make a donation to the center, we deeply appreciate it. You can do it in the baskets. You may also notice that there's a QR code in the seat back in front of you, and you could aim your phone and make a donation that way. But whatever you do, thank you very much from all of us. We love this place.
I'm letting in new information into this body. I'm changing the old pathways in my mind. I know there's a no going back, 'cause I'm running on a different track. I'm letting my soul be renewed today. I'm letting the love and abundance come my way. I'm making room in my life for all I dream. I know I am what I believe, so I'm holding up a vision of me in perfect flow with the infinite every day. Sing it out. I'm letting in new information into this body. I'm changing the old pathways in my mind. I know there's a no going back, 'cause I'm running on a different track. I'm letting my soul be renewed today. I'm letting the love and abundance come my way. I'm making room in my life for all I dream. I know I am what I believe, so I'm holding up a vision of me in perfect flow with the infinite every day. Letting that new information, letting in new information into this body. I'm changing the old pathways in my mind. I know there's a no going back, 'cause I'm running on a different track. I'm letting my soul be renewed today. I'm letting the love and abundance come my way. I'm making room in my life for all I dream. I know I am what I believe, so I'm holding up a vision of me in perfect flow with the infinite every day. In perfect flow with the infinite every day. In perfect flow with the infinite every day.
Well, we have a couple of announcements. The most wondrous of all the announcements is that for the first time ever in our Gourmets for God, we hit over $17,000. Wow. So for those of you who don't know what that is, this is an incredible thing we do every year where people, our hosts and hostesses, come up with an event or a meal, and they put it out for people to bid on, and then a whole bunch of people bid on it, and the top bidders get a seat at the table. And so I want to thank not only the Gourmets for God team, but all of you who are hosts and hostesses, and all of you who bid, even those of you who didn't get a seat at the table, because your bid helped everything. Thank you so much. Wow. It's amazing. Just amazing. Some really good dinners. And one thing to remember, if you did win, our board members are at the Ask Me desk poised to receive your payment. So just go on in there and you can pay in lots of ways, or you could even use the QR code in the back of the seat and pay it that way if you know the amount that you bid for. I always bid on things and I always get a couple things and I always do this. What was I thinking? Oh, well, it's for a good cause. Okay, what's next? Let's see. Oh, that. Oh, this. So many of you know what soul collage is, and I'm a soul collage facilitator, which means that I offer classes from time to time that allow people to come and get in touch with their psyche. and allow that inner part. The psyche is the place in Jungian psychology that is sort of the slushy part between spirit and personality self. And so a lot of information is held in the psyche that sometimes we don't access. So soul collage cards are ways of creating an access point for information, intuition, and guidance to come through. So I'm doing a series of classes. There are 4 classes. You don't have to come to all of them. You can come to all of them or one of them or whatever. But it would be helpful to me if you registered and let me know you're planning to come for some of them so that I have enough cards and enough magazines so that we can collage together. It's going to be on Tuesdays from 6 to 8:30 for the 4 Tuesdays of June. And the sign-up sheet is in the classroom. What else? Oh, there we go. This is Reverend Deborah. She went to Ireland. She's an incredible person. And she's going to be our guest speaker for Spirit at Work, which is a monthly breakfast meeting that's happening June 5th. It goes from 8 to 9:30. We're real good about that deadline so that if you're a manager or an entrepreneur or whatever and want to come to this, you know when it'll end so you can get to work. These are incredibly supportive as networking events for those of us who are in that field of sharing creative ideas as entrepreneurs or working with lots of people as managers or business owners. And so you're invited to come, whether it's the first time or you've been coming every time. We love having you register early because that makes it so that we have enough food on hand for the breakfast. And there is a charge, but we know that for some entrepreneurs, $50 for a networking event is too much. So you pay what you can, and we're doing just fine. We like to pay our speakers when they come from out of town and things, and that's part of why we are charging that. So sign up. And then Tabor, you want to talk about this?
How many of you came to the Song Circle? That was last month. Yeah, we had such a great turnout. So this month, or maybe it was in April. I don't know. What month is it? It's already going to be June next week.
It's going to be.
Anyway, June 9th, we'll be here in the sanctuary, and please do come. This is a space for us just to sing together in community, and we're bringing simple songs that you can learn, and you don't need to have a quote-unquote good voice to join us. This is just about feeling like we're back in the village, being able to share songs with each other. So please do join.
Very powerful. And then don't forget that our office is closed tomorrow, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day off as well. And then this, if you don't know, back here, there are a number of walking trails that you're welcome to use, and your friends are welcome to use, and your friends with dogs are welcome to use as long as they pick up after them. And what we would like to do is the Earth Stewards would really like to have people apply to create an earth altar along the routes of these different trails so that there can be meditation points for people to kind of contemplate the beauty of the earth or the power of the earth or the sanctity, whatever. And so we have application forms at the Ask Me desk. And we're hoping to receive ideas that you might have to create an altar by the first week of June, and then have you and your friends or your business or whatever create the altar, and we'll install it in September and have an opening ceremony for the trails at that point. And so if you would like to create something like this, we would love you to do that, because it's such a beautiful trail system to have points where we can meditate and think about the beauty of this incredible place we're gifted. We'd love you to be a part of that. And then this, I'm going to say a little bit, and then Tabor's going to say a little bit. These people are incredible. They really are. The vocals that they bring into expression are seriously uplifting and amazing. And they're coming here. They haven't been here in 6 years. And we would love you to come and be part of their concert. You have to buy tickets from them. The tickets are $35. And Tabor, maybe you can say a little bit more about it.
Well, I just want to say that this is such a treat that they're coming back to Bellingham. They are nationally touring, some good friends of mine, And we're actually going to sing one of their songs. You've heard their music here before, and if you've heard my band, The Sweet Goodbyes, sing, we do a lot of the Mamuse songs as well, those a cappella songs. But they're touring with a couple amazing musicians as well, so it's going to be a super lively event, and I would love us to pack this place for them. It's open to the public, of course, and so get your tickets soon because I think it'll sell out. And kids under 12 are free, which is also pretty awesome. So if you have kiddos, I know I'll be bringing mine. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll be bringing mine, but she's not the same age.
No. But yeah, you'll want to go to this website here, themamuse.org, and go to their tour site, and then you can get tickets through their website.
Great, great. I hope you'll come. Really amazing. And later in the summer, we have this other amazing musical event happening. The tickets aren't on sale yet. But do you guys know the Walrus? Yeah. The Walrus is coming here to do a Beatles sing-along with us. So that'll be fun. July 26th, just plan to be here because that'll sell out too, I think. Anyway, is there anything else? No. So this is a Mamuse song. If you're able, why don't we stand and sing it? This is one of my favorites.
Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Let's sing that together again. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming. We can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, give a a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go around. There's more than enough. Here we go. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Listen up now, people, keep your ear to the ground. We are a river flowing, generosity abound. So give a little, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. The power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Thanks everyone for being here today. Enjoy your weekend and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Amen.